The talk of the LPGA Tour as of late, just coming off another NCAA title at Stanford, and oh, by the way, winning her first event as a professional.
Yeah, that was pretty spectacular, Dan. I was there at Liberty all week. Just amazing. Truly, when you think about that accomplishment.
Managed to punch it out to the front edge of the green from the rough.
Yep.
Looking good.
Had a couple of weeks off since that win at Liberty National. Went back to Stanford to do some finals. She said the computer science final was the toughest.
Not an awful lot of grass behind this ball. There's room to run it up on the green on the left half of that green.
You can see how awkward it was with her balance there. That was a pretty darn good shot right there. Front of these greens is not a bad place to be. There's a lot of room on front of most of these greens to run the ball up. And let's watch her balance here. Very centered as she turns away from the ball. Watch her left foot as she ends up slipping away a little bit because she loses her.
Pretty straight at first, and it's going to go downhill towards the hole.
There are so many subtle breaks on these greens, Karen. Some of them have pretty obvious slopes, but some of them are almost links-esque in their moguls.
G.
Zhang second.
That was from an upslope from 145.
Yeah, didn't get the hop on like we saw from Minjee, but no problem there.
And she just started that one out to the right.
Oh, she played that to go a little bit right to left, Karen. Didn't read that very well. Looked like a really good roll. Maybe just a fraction too much pace, or that would have caught that top edge.
Right now, her feet are higher than the ball, so it gives you the feeling that it's going to break right. But it actually should go left.
Kind of lifts that putter gently before she releases. So a string of 5 pars in a row for Rose Zhang to stay just 3 back.
Now Rose.
Definitely one of those holes, Tom, that you've got to know what your carry distance is off the driver, and with it being a bit downwind and a little bit cooler today than it has been, you need to allow for a little bit more on that carry. This one down the right side drawing.
Yeah, aggressive. There's not a huge amount of room over that creek, but she was relaxed. She felt like it had enough to carry. It's going to stay down there as well. We should be disappointed with that one. Par.
Didn't see a huge amount in this putt.
Right in the middle.
Yeah, she looks really solid from that kind of range.
She's solid from a lot of parts of the golf course, right?
She's had a pretty good start to her young career.
Rough cuts here, but she's got a good lie and a good angle to the left flag here. Little low draw into the wind.
Yeah, no trouble short of the left side of the screen. Definitely used all the contour to run it up there. Beautiful shot.
Great recovery by comfort food, Italian food, anywhere in that area, Tom.
Got to go with the bagels, too.
Oh, bagels, yeah.
Rose Zhang for birdie. Got it to get back to even. Just 2 back.
You think it's just about lunchtime?
It's quite a nerve-wracking shot. If you land it too much on the top and too long, you're going to go over the back of the green. Well, she landed it right into the upslope.
It's going to be at the top. It's going to give her a good chance.
From when you're standing here in the fairway, Rose is actually, I talked to her coach, George Pinnell. She saw him last week on Saturday. They worked on shortening her swing with her irons just a little bit. And beautiful position she had there at the top. Wonderful extension. Something you really can't see in slow-mo is just rhythm. It's beautiful.
So it works out how far back she wants to take the putter per the distance that she's got to hit it.
Yeah, it's an odd routine that I've never seen before, where she sort of measures her back swing of the putt in putter lengths.
Yeah, it's a system that she and her dad came up with on their own, to especially more on longer putts. You'll see her.
I mean, great play at these big events.
No question about it. And I think one of the big things that you see when you watch her walk around the golf course is just how comfortable she is with herself and her game.
I think about where she was only a few weeks ago, playing in the NCAA championship, winning the individual.
It was just a smooth, small 8-iron there for Rose.
Safe. Drilled it.
The hill.
It sure is. Only 192 to the front, 219 to the hole. It does play uphill. This coming in quite low.
Look, it had a pretty good line on it, though. Oh, yeah. Rose Zhang is so accurate and so consistent. Gonna have an eagle look here to get in at 2 under and tie those other 69s in.
I mean, can she do it again, Dan? I certainly wouldn't count her out. What a shot. Just missed it. Maybe a groove low, but there's enough room to work with short of this green.
And her game, Morgan, just seems to be suited for me. It's about as close as you can come to not going in. But tap in birdie, and Rose Zhang, talk about continuing her momentum. First tournament as a professional, wins it. First major as a professional, won in a round of 70 on a difficult golf course.
She just doesn't look fazed by any of the attention, by any of the pressure.